Well, new data has revealed more and more Aussies are opting to gain home loan pre-approvals as they prepare to jump into the property market.
Yeah, here to explain is Today money expert Effie Zahos. Effie, good to see you. Thanks for being with us. Good morning. Hey, the spring property season is off and running, well and truly, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you look at the data over the weekend as to do with the number of auction volumes, it's gone over 2,300 odd numbers there. We haven't seen that since the first week in April. So CoreLogic is also showing here that the flow to capital cities, the listings, has actually surged. It's up 6.3% from the previous year. So that yellow line there is now 2023. You can see it's overtaken 2022 with the number of new listings. And you're probably thinking, why so many new listings? There's a couple of reasons. We've had 12 rate hikes. People think, OK, have we paused now? A bit more confidence that they want to jump into the market. Renters, they want to jump in. And also you've got a lot of investors wanting out. So, and look, spring's typically a busy month anyway.
Yeah.
But that data you're talking about, so home loan experts and mortgage brokers saying that 60% of their submissions now are for pre-approvals.
Well, talk us through that process, the pre-approval process.
Yeah, so Sarah, basically a pre-approval is your first step. It shows that you really want to know, how much can I borrow? So you go along to your lender and there are different types of pre-approvals, but typically they will check your income, they'll check your situation, how many debts do you have, what assets do you have, and depending on the pre-approval, because there's lots of different types, they may actually do a hard credit check as well, and that goes on your credit report. But ultimately, it lets you know how much you can borrow, so then you can go out to the market and try and find that place.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that's you should kind of have a good idea of that before you try and seek a pre-approval, right? So you know where you stand.
You do, and often we think we can borrow more than we can, and that's why pre-approvals, you need to go to your lender and just see what can I possibly borrow based on your situation. But they're not 100%, you know, a sure thing.
Yeah.
They're conditional, because you might go out and buy a property, say a unit that's under 50 square metres, and the lender will not give you that. So pre-approvals aren't 100%, and there are other risks involved with pre-approvals as well if your situation changes. I was speaking to one broker that said they gave a pre-approval to a young adult. They went out and then bought a jet ski. They put a bid on a property, and then they came back and the lender goes, well, you didn't tell me that you're going to get a jet ski. So that changes things. So it is dependent, and conditions can apply. Time frame is normally 3 months, but you can get that extended. So a lot of people are getting these now thinking, I'm going to jump in when I think I can, so I'll get a pre-approval.
Moral of that story is don't buy jet skis.
Absolutely.
And how can consumers protect themselves?
Okay, you've got to be honest with your lender. So when you go get a pre-approval, don't hide any debts. Let them know everything, because it's only going to bite you later. And not all are the same. Sometimes there are some online for you can get in 2 minutes. They probably aren't what they call a fully assessed pre-approval. There are others that take longer. Rate changes can impact. So if rates were going up, probably not in the market now, that could limit the amount you could borrow. And off the plan purchases, do take care with those, because we know they don't settle to, you know, typically a year later. If the property market changes, goes down, then your lender may say, hey, well, that wasn't the value I was looking for. So they're not 100% proof, but it's definitely the way to go.
Okay.
Very good.
Good advice as always, Effie.
Thank you,
I try,
Effie.
please.
Thank you so
Always,
much.
please. Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?